Hello, today I decided to do a little tutorial, so it's going to be a slightly different video. I would like to talk and teach you what each major arcana stands for as far as time frame. So if you have tarot cards and you want to know how to tell time, how to be able to identify what time frame they're talking about, we're going to review the major arcanas today, and I'll give you the time frame so you can learn that and apply it. So whenever you have a question, you can just do it on your own, and you can pull one of those cards and you'll know what the answer is. So that will make it simple for you. Okay, I have some notes here to not forget. We will start with, and I also want to remind you, right now I am doing questions for $15. If you would like to reach out and have me give you a full reading or just a one question reading, you can reach me on my Instagram, which I list below. Send me a message on there and we can schedule a time to talk. Okay, so let's start. We're going to start with an Emperor card. This represents an Aries. This will happen, but not right away. This is a 4 to 6 months card. This is 4, so it's a very stable energy. So it's whenever you decide. That would be the Emperor. So 4 to 6 months, whenever you decide. Okay. So we have the Empress. Empress is our divine feminine energy. So this is actually a very fast card. This is 2 weeks to a month. So 2 weeks to a month, provided that there is support, a support system, because this is very female energy. So the supporting factors are very, very important. If the situation has a good support system, then it's a very fast card. It'll be 2 weeks to a month. If not, it could take up to 3 months. So that is the Empress time frame. Okay, let's see. Now we have the Hierophant. And this is Taurus energy. So this is stability, process, traditions. This could mean the beginning of a school year. This could represent a religious holiday. But this could also mean 6 months. So Hierophant, 6 months. Okay, next we have the Lovers card. So this card originally is like a decision card. So this is a yes, and this will require you to make a decision. So this means 6 months, but there has to be a decision. It won't happen on its own. So this is a card that will require the person or you to make some form of a decision. This is not something that will just happen on its own, will just eventually appear. This will entail a form of a decision, a choice. Okay, so next we have the Chariot. So this is actually a very fast card. This is where, it represents movement. It represents sooner than you think, very fast, very soon. It's already in motion. So it's already happening. It's already started to happen. It's already in motion. This represents speed and reaction. Okay. It's a very fast, very in motion, very in progress. Okay, so next we have the Strength card. This card will require you to have some strength. So be ready to be active and put effort into whatever situation you're asking the question about. So that's what that card means. This means that this situation that you're asking about, time frame, will require a lot of work, strength, patience, and for you to really put in that work and for you to have that strength, for you to be very active, proactive, all of that. Okay. So next we have the Hermit card, which I'm sure most of you know. This is a very slow card. The whole image here, we have the Hermit. The Hermit is this old man that is basically, taking his time to be on his own. So this is not fast. There are going to be plenty of stops. This is slow. This also represents autumn, September. And then for work questions, it means slow. Okay. All right, so next we have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is a cycle. It's a very cyclical, repetitive motion card. So this represents repetition of prior events. So if you have a question and you've already experienced a form of that same situation, the answer would be like it happened in the past. So whatever your experience was in the past, whatever time frame it took before, that's what it will be. If your question is, for example, when will my partner reach out to me, because you guys are currently not talking, with this card, it would mean if you had a prior situation like that, however long it took them to reach out last time, it will be very similar. It will be a very similar situation. Wheel of Fortune is a very cyclical, it's a cycle card. So whatever cycle, whatever is the standard and the norm in that situation, that's what it would happen. If you've never had that situation and that's not applicable, it would be 10 days. That's the Wheel of Fortune time frame. It's around 10 days. So that could be another answer. Okay? Because yes, so 10. All right. So we have Justice. Justice entails official documents, rules, structure. So it will represent in times of contract dates, official dates, proper dates that are set. There is a form of structure with the response in this time frame with this card. Anything to do with any formal event, any formal date, any official set timing or proper way, a proper format, legal, that would be the time frame. Okay. Okay, next we have the Hanged Man. So with this card, there is no control. So, whereas with Justice, we have a very structured card. So your answer would depend on whatever process and structure that could apply to that situation. That could be your answer, or any legal or official rule, holiday, time, contract. There's structure. Here, nothing is controlled. This is very lengthy. This is a card of waiting. This is a card of taking time, for it being a long time. So this is a year or more. Okay. A year or more. Okay, so next we have the Magician. So a Magician, it has, it's the first major arcana. So this represents January. This represents 1 year. This represents active and in control. So a lot of your answers will depend and will basically signify your role in this question. It can also identify that a lot of it is in your hands, a lot of it is up to you. If you want to speed it up, if you want to slow it down, it does represent January and a year, but the Magician, the actual meaning of that card is very self-sufficient. So it's up to you to make it happen. It's up to you to speed it up. It's up to you to slow it down. It's talking about self-control. So it's what your decisions are, what your actions are. Those are very, very important in this situation with this card, because a lot of it depends on you and everything is very self-reliant. So with this card, it would mean a lot of the times, depending on how you act, depending on what you do, that will determine a lot of your timing. Okay. Okay, so then we have Death. Death card represents very fast changes. So you will have very little to no time to think. This is a very unexpected, transitional. It can also mean that with any major transition, with any major change, with for example, if you're close to the new year, if you're close to some kind of a transitional event, maybe around that time, any form of major life transition that can happen with you or someone else regarding that situation that you're asking about, that could be indicative of that time frame around then. That's when it's going to happen. Or just unexpected, very unexpected. You won't be able to plan for it. You're not going to have time to prepare. It's just going to happen out of nowhere. Okay, Temperance. Temperance is a very slow, paced out card. So this is a very slow pace. This is meditative. Temperance is a very meditative card. So there's no specific time frame. There is no specific time. There are time stops. Everything flows very slowly, calmly, and evenly. So this is not necessarily a bad thing. That just means that there may be some stops. It just may take some time. It may, be dragged out, procrastinated, or you just may fall into something else. It's a very meditative state. Okay. So we have the Devil card. When the Devil card comes out on a question, when you're asking about time, this could mean that there will be some confusion, confusing dates, unexpected events, unclear dates. This could also, in some circumstances, mean there could be a confusion in the choice that you make. There could be some form of a misunderstanding, something along those lines. There's, with the Devil card, there's some hidden, or maybe not hidden, but confusing factor that goes into the time frame with this card. Okay. Now we have the Tower. So this is very unexpected. This is lightning fast. This is a very fast card. This is very hard to predict. This is very, very, very unpredictable. In a split of a second, everything can just change. There's no prediction. There's no stability. The whole tower is falling apart. So you feel like you're not prepared. You feel like Everything is just happening so quickly, so unexpectedly. Maybe not the way you even predicted or wanted. This is a very unpredictable and unexpected. So this card would mean unexpected. The Star. So this would, the Star is a very distant card. That's how you can think of it. So the Star is very far. This is a get a wish, not soon. So it will take years. This represents distance. This represents that it's far. This represents that it's going to take a while. It's going to take time, and it's not close. It's not around the corner. This is like something distant. Something distant. It's like this distant star. So this is something that you want. You're going to have to work towards it, move towards it, and this can take years. The Moon. So the Moon, it represents July. It represents Cancer season. Also far and unclear. There's some duality to it. We have the representation of that with those two dogs. So it can mean very unclear, or a month if it's for short-term questions. If it's a short-term question, then about a month. And yeah, it represents far, unclear. There could be some emotional undertones. So yes, July, Cancer card, Cancer season. Okay, now we have the Sun card. The Sun card is a very positive card. So this is fast. This represents vacation. So like during vacation time, during summertime. And this is fast. Okay, this is a positive, great card. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. My allergies. Okay, next we have the Judgment. So the Judgment card is from one main point, for example, like from one main point of events, from like a letter, from a season, from a news, from an event, from any valid date. And it also represents winter. So anything that is of substance, of importance, that would be the meaning. Something the beginning of, from like one point of time, from an official point of time. Like that's when it, like from that point on, or it will represent winter. Okay, the World. So it will be within a year. Also we have a cycle, so it's ending of a cycle. Ending of a cycle can mean literally like maybe ending of a season, ending of a year. So within a year, within a cycle, within a time frame that is cyclical. This will happen when the process will end. That can also mean that. So whatever process, whatever is applicable to that situation, when there's like an ending, a conclusion, a finish, that's when it will happen. And this card also means that it will require preparation. So you would have to be prepared. You would have to be ready to receive that. You would have to be ready to get it. It means that you have to be prepared. And we have the last one, which is the Fool. This is a new, fresh start. This represents unpredictability. So this means that there's It can happen very unpredictably. It can also represent a fresh new start. This is 0. This is the beginning. So anything that is fresh and unpredictable. Please subscribe to my channel. Comment below if you enjoyed this video so I can give you more tutorials if that's something that you guys are interested in. And for personal readings and personal questions, contact me on my Instagram. And have a good day.